Hey! Oh man, you're here. We're here. We're in it. We're stuck in the Discomfort Zone. Welcome to our first episode of the call-in show game show that I'm super excited to host. I'm your host, Jay White. This is the game show where you get to be the contestants. You call in, and you get a chance to win big prizes based on your embarrassing, uncomfortable, and stupid mistakes. As long as you feel comfortable enough to tell me all about them. Because I am the arbiter of the points. I will give you the prizes. Well, there's only one prize. We can only afford one prize per show. We're on a budget. You understand. You guys are, you're understanding people. But this week's prize, very excited about this. Whoever wins, whoever tells the most uncomfortable stories from their life, will get mailed to them a pair of pants. This is from, you're hearing the sound of our call screener, producer Tyler, by the way. Say hi, producer Tyler.
Hey, everybody. Hey, how's it going? Happy to be here with the fabulous Jay Light on the first episode of the Discomfort Zone.
Yes, thank you to the Discomfort Zone. Thank you to the Pack Theater Twitch. Actually, yeah, that is a pretty sick beat. Thank you so much, Carrie the Self-Care Fairy. Now that the theme is on, now that we're actually on the air, I should probably turn that off. See, first show, we're figuring it out. We got Fear Sauce in the chat who hates Tyler, but I hope he likes these pants. I got these at a flea market when I was a camp counselor. So this is probably, oh man. I mean, power selling. It was from Bible times. I did used to be a Bible boy. This is from age 20, so at least 10 years ago. These are Best Manufacturing Group, LLC, size 34-32 for the husky folks out there, or the long-legged folks. I am neither of those things anymore. I had the right waist and the right legs for these, and I shrank on both accounts due to osteoporosis. 65% polyester, 35% cotton, made in Honduras. And look, these things go on forever, right? These are some long pants, all right? These go on about as long as you want them to go on. I thought about having these hemmed. They're a herringbone pattern. They're super cool. Tyler, do you ever feel like you could pull off flashy pants like these?
Sometimes I definitely feel like I do. I definitely feel like I can when I'm just on a Zoom call. Who knows what kind of pants I'm wearing, right now. I could be.
What kind of pants are you wearing?
Oh, I'm wearing some very nice blue plaid. Let's make sure I don't flash anything extra here.
Oh, you don't want to pull a Jeff Tubin on us?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Nice pajama pants.
There you go. Well, Grendelson, don't worry. These are open to interpretation. If you call in, if you win, it is Houndstooth. Thank you, Carrie the Self-Care Fairy. I don't know shit about fabric. That's probably why I continued to never wear these pants and never get them fixed. All right. Good. I love a green screen where you can just toss stuff and it clearly gets away from the crop. There you go. Look, my arms vanished. Look at that. They go away at the elbow. I'm very excited about this. This is going to be a heck of a show this week. Tyler, we're talking before the show, and if you call in to compete, by the way, go ahead and start dialing now. The phone lines are live. All you got to do is go on your phone, cell, rotary, touch tone, Google Voice, WeChat, burner phone that you got because you're a drug dealer, whatever it takes. Dial 8188-REGRET. That number, for those of you who don't know the touch tone, is 818... Oh, hold on. 818-873-4738. You can call in. You can win those pants. I will mail them to you. Just be sure you give your address to our call screener, producer Tyler. And by the way, the phone lines are live, so dial in. We're going to start hearing some stories. The baseline question that you will be asked this week, and always, is what is the biggest mistake you made this week? Because I want to hear the biggest mistake you made this week is. And if you don't have a good enough mistake, then guess what? You're not going to be a contestant on the Discomfort Zone. Sorry. Good luck next time. Fuck up more in between shows. We are bi-weekly. You have plenty of time. But if your mistake that you made this week intrigues me, piques my interest, then you get to talk about this week's topic, which is political arguments you've had with your family. Hold on, this is where... There we go. That's the applause. That's the applause sound button I have going on right now. I think. Yeah, that's the thing, is there are people who made some mistakes this week, right? Maybe, who knows who's listening? We might have some illustrious listeners, right? You may be a senator who incited an insurrection attempt. Or you may be a guy who pissed in Nancy Pelosi's desk and they found your DNA, and guess what? You're going to be in jail for 10 years. Who knows? Who's to say? I think I'm excited to hear what mistakes we have this week. Now, we don't have anybody on the lines yet. So remember, dial in. 818-8-REGRET. That's 818-873-4738. The lines are live, people. And I want to give away a prize, all right? I want to score some folks. Besides, you can make it to the high score list right over... Oh, it's on this side. You can make it to the high score list right over here. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he really peed, Carry the Self-Care Fairy. I know that a friend of mine tweeted about that. She was like, there's absolutely going to be pee in Congress people's offices. And then there was some sort of news report today that was like, oh yeah, there was like bodily fluids and pee that they had to clean up. Yeah, pissing on Nancy Pelosi's desk, that's a huge, not only just for like the sake of being a good American purposes, but also, yeah, that's a really shitty story for making it. Why would you even... You're going to get the shit beat out of you in jail for how lame your thing is. It's going to be like a reverse of how they treat pedophiles in jail. Except still the same amount of pain, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I've never been to prison. The biggest mistake I made this week, by the way, probably not wearing socks and shoes with this suit. I feel the rest of my body is fine, but right now my feet are sweating a little bit. They're a little dirty. And now that just became the biggest mistake that I made this week, was showing my feet on stream. I guarantee I'm going to be popping on Wiki Feet right now. Oh, God. I mean, if you do want feet pics, those could be up for grabs for another prize in a future episode. But I don't have the kind of glossy stuff we got going on yet. I don't have what we got going on. Now, we do see a lot of callers here in the chat. I'm very excited. A lot of folks watching in. Thank you so much. Power Selling, Fear Sauce, Carry the Self-Care Fairy. We got Grendelson in the chat. We do have, it looks like, the Pack Theater, by the way, hosting us. Shout out to the Pack Theater. By the way, if you want to donate to the Pack Theater, this money's all going to go to them because I'm paying for these prizes out of my own pocket. All right, that prize, those pants, I bought those. I haggled for them at a flea market in is it Antioch, Tennessee? No, that's where that bomber guy was from. Oh, that's a mistake. Trying to set up a car bomb? Oh, boy. No, Crossville, Tennessee. The Crossville, Tennessee flea market. You can buy a duck, you can buy a knife, you can buy pants. Grandelson, you might want to get some food. You might be hungry. I'm hungry. I came into the show hungry, and I'm only drinking KCRW brand water. This show is sponsored by KCRW, your local public radio station here in Southern California. You know, most places are sponsors of public radio stations, but not me. I'm sponsored by them. That's how exciting the Discomfort Zone is. That's how forward-thinking we are here, all right? We're here to make mistakes. We're here to champion your mistakes. You actually just ate a huge Five Guys? Now, that's not a mistake right now, but that will be a mistake later on. Here's the thing about Five Guys. Five Guys seems like it's a great idea with the food right from the jump. But the fact that they care so little about their food that they're going to just leave a whole scoop of fries in the bag. That should show you what kind of quality they're really going for. All right. It looks like we have our first caller. Let's see if we can talk to him. Caller, you are on the air. You are on the Discomfort Zone.
Thank you very much for having me on the Discomfort Zone. I'm very pleased to be here.
Very excited to have you here. What's your name, friend?
My name is Scott Patrick.
Scott Patrick. All right. Hold on. I got to put you on the screen here. Scott Patrick. All right. Here you go. Scott, now, what's the biggest mistake you made this week?
The biggest mistake I made was my wife is a Democrat, and she wanted to have a baby.
Uh-oh.
And I don't believe in that because...
Hold on. We can't hear you. This is the downside. We can't hear the caller quite yet. Give me something we can work with here. Try it. Talk again, caller.
I can yell louder.
We don't need you to yell
Can
louder.
you hear
Don't worry.
me, world?
Oh, boy. See, this is that great first show energy we got going on right here. Hold on, caller. I'm going to pop you back into the queue.
Hello?
Hello, Scott. Are you there?
I'm here, sir.
There we go. That a boy. Welcome, Scott. Thank you for bearing with me there. I am, unfortunately, a stupid lib, and that means that sometimes I make mistakes with technology, unlike you smart man who it seems like doesn't make problems.
I don't make problems. I end them.
You end them. That's okay. Now, Scott, you know what you got to say to compete on the show. You got to tell me what the biggest mistake you made this week is.
I'll tell you, sir, what the biggest mistake I made this weekend. My wife, she is a Democrat, and she wanted a child. Therefore, I was against this idea. I'm not a Democrat. Therefore, I do not want children. However, we have a child now. This is the biggest mistake I have ever made.
That's a big mistake.
Democrat politics into my house.
You know what, Scott?
Democrats have children.
That's a pretty big mistake to allow somebody who has a different political perspective from you inside your house without even checking the you know, they can check that along with the gender now, right? You can make sure. For that, I'm going to give you a minimum. You're going to get 50 points. You know what? You're going to get 100 points. We're going to put you right on the screen there.
Wow.
Now, Scott, this means you get to compete in the Discomfort Zone.
Thank you very much for allowing me to participate in society.
I'm very excited to have you participate in society. So, okay. Now, Scott, here in the Discomfort Zone, tell you what, this is another mistake I made this week is I didn't put any kind of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire intense music for this segment. I want you to tell me about the last political argument you had with your family.
The last political argument I had with my family?
Tell us about it.
All right, I'll tell you all about it. My wife, she is a Democrat.
Okay.
He believes in children and having them.
Right.
I vehemently oppose all her views from A to Z, from 1 to 98.
Now that's really weird because I would assume that means you're not a Democrat, but Democrats usually are in favor of like abortion and they're pro-choice instead of being pro-life and wanting to have babies all the time. That's kind of like the antithetical to what I hear you guys talk about all the time. So what's your stance on babies?
Sir, if you're going to lay out several opinions as a liberal, you're going to have to do them one at a time for me to oppose each one individually correctly.
Oh, boy. I mean, we're starting to get real uncomfortable here, Scott. That means you just earned another 50 points. Now, what I really want to know is what you think is the difference between pro-life and pro-choice.
The difference between pro-life and pro-choice?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. give me a little taste of what your opinion as a liberal would be on it, and then I'll go.
Well, my opinion is that a woman should have the right to choose what she does with...
No, she should not have that. No. I believe the opposite of that, sir.
But what about your wife who had the baby?
Hold on, my wife is disagreeing with you two, so now I agree with you, sir.
Oh, you agree with me now?
Because my wife nodded when you explained your point. She disagreed with you, and I disagree with her. So now I have to agree with you to disagree with her.
Now we're in a disagreement cycle. This seems kind of weird. So what's the so you guys had this argument, right? This is with your family. Have you argued with your baby since the baby was birthed?
To be honest, it's been kind of a one-sided argument.
Elaborate.
Well, I've made a lot of great points, and I haven't been given any points that I can immediately counter and choose the opposite of from the baby. Mostly lots of spitting up, which, let's be honest, the opposite of spitting up is just what I do all the time, which is just keep my fluids in my body.
Okay. Oh, there you go. There's a baby, it seems like, going against your points right now.
Wait, hold on. Baby. Oh, she's been making no sound. Just say she's disagreeing with me. Hold on. I got to get into this right now.
Okay, I'm going to put you back. You're going to stay in the queue. You're still good enough to compete, Scott. So just stay on the line. I'm going to put you on the high scoreboard for today, just so we know that you're still here. So stick around.
Thank you, sir.
Don't hang up. You could be making it to the final round, to the pants round. As soon as
Thank you for the pants opportunity.
Are you short on pants?
By choice, yes.
By choice. What does that mean? You're pro-choice when it comes to pants.
When it comes to pants, I am pro-choice, and I have chosen to not have many pants in my home.
What do you wear instead?
I wear a shirt where I put my legs through the arm parts, and then when I use the bathroom, there's already a hole.
Okay. That's real uncomfortable. You know what? I'm going to give you another 50 points just for that, but I'm going to put you on hold. So stay in the call, Q caller. I don't know all the terminology yet, but I'll be right back with you. Okay, Tyler. This is pretty great. We got some good callers in. We're going to put on this next person from the chat.
All right, throw them on.
Let's talk. Caller, you are on the air.
Hey, what's up?
What's your name?
This is Grendelson from the chat.
Oh my God, it's Grendelson from the chat, the infamous Grendelson. I'm gonna give you an applause break.
Yay!
You get an applause break.
Yay!
Hold on, I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, we gotta figure out. I gotta put some hotkeys on this sucker that I'm playing with here. All right, Grendelson, what's the biggest mistake you made this week?
So, actually, as I was in the queue, I thought of a second mistake, but the first biggest mistake I made this week was I decided to start binge-watching a series on Apple TV called For All Mankind, which briefly is a sci-fi show where they take the conceit that the Russians landed on the moon first, and then they go from there. It's a great show. I highly recommend it. 10 episodes. I started watching it at about 3 in the afternoon.
Wow.
And I watched all 10 episodes. So, and it was Sunday night, and I had to work on Monday morning, so it was not a real smart decision. I was real groggy all Monday morning, and not a good thing.
Okay.
So,
you know, Grendelson,
that was the big mistake.
I've been there. I've binge-watched, stayed up too late. I've done that a couple times this week with a television program called Taskmaster. We lost somebody.
I'm not familiar with that.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's going to be A-okay. If you call in and you watch Taskmaster, you're going to be fine. So I'm going to say it's all gravy, baby. Grendelson, I'm going to give you a couple points. Stay on the line because you might be popping in and beating Scott. But right now we got Scott, who is the king.
I did have a second mistake that I made this week that I was just thinking about.
Oh, well, now you're putting me in an uncomfortable position because now I got to hear 2 mistakes, which seems like it's breaking the rules of the show, Grendelson.
Allow it.
Tyler's
it's your first episode, and rules are going to be made to break, right?
Rules are made to be broken in the first episode. Tyler's allowing it. You're pressing me. I'm going to allow it. All right, Grendelson, what you got?
All right, so my 14-year-old daughter who lives with me just got back from being in Utah for a couple of weeks to visit with her mom.
Okay.
And I picked her up from the airport on Wednesday afternoon, and I thought I was doing the smart thing by scheduling COVID testing right then and there for the way home, which was awesome. We got it done and everything, and then I found out yesterday, we're negative, by the way. However, the company that did our COVID testing is now being investigated by the city for false negatives.
Ooh, yeah, the curative. Now that's the biggest. That's a huge LA mistake. Tyler, did you hear about this?
Hold on.
Now, Tyler's.
No, I did not hear about this. I did not hear about this.
Yeah, the main COVID testing company that is doing all of the city testing. Curative is the name of the company. They're testing at a very high rate of false negatives, which might explain why LA is so fucked with COVID right now. Round of applause to Mayor Eric Garcetti. And definitely, but that's the thing is like, here's what I'm going to do for you right now, Grendelson, is you put you put yourself in the best possible situation that you knew, but you got made to feel uncomfortable by the city after that. So you're going to get another 50 points. I will allow it. And you stay on the line because we got another couple callers in. I want to see if they're making it to the final round. So stay on, and we'll let you know what's going on next. We'll be right back with y'all in a sec. All right. So we got Grendelson making it to 100 points, and we're going to get a new caller in here shortly. Let's see what's going on with them. It looks like they had some sort of a problem with a test, according to my producer, Tyler. Let's talk to him.
Hey.
Caller, you are on the air.
Hey, it's so good to be here.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm the LoFi girl.
The LoFi girl?
The LoFi girl, from YouTube.
Oh yeah, with the LoFi Beats for Study and Chill.
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a this is like a legit celebrity we have calling in on the first episode. I mean, oh my god, this is
it's pretty incredible.
It's pretty incredible. This could be the future of live entertainment right here, right? I know Grendelson even saying this is a huge get. Carry the self-care fairy. Hopefully you can hear this applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I haven't looked up from my book in years, so this is a first for me too. I didn't know I was famous.
Carry the self-care fairy in the chat wants to know, how is your cat?
Oh, dead. It died.
Oh, the cat.
Ago.
Is that your mistake? Did you neglect to feed your cat?
No, that's not my mistake. I fed it. It's just
I was ready to preemptively give you a lot of points for that.
Ooh. No. It's stuffed. I have an animatronic tail. It's been dead for years also.
Okay. So what's your mistake?
I'm so sorry. My mistake is that I failed my exam.
You failed the test?
I want to redeem.
I failed it.
Yeah. I just kept writing in my journal, and I didn't study.
Now, this is uncomfortable. This is a big mistake. But the real question is, what are you studying? Like, is this something important? Are you going to consider society? What is it? What class was it?
the thermodynamics and global eco-political factions of South Western Africa.
I didn't understand a lick of that, but it
Basically,
sounds important.
Yeah, neither did I. I know. It was a really big deal, too. My scholarship's gone. It's really bad.
Oof.
Really bad.
You lost
really
your scholarship. God.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that one you're definitely going to be rocketed at least. At least you're making 100 points right out of the bat there, which is good, because that means I want to know more about what's going on with the biggest political argument you ever had with your family.
It was, oh man, biggest political argument was Sauron wrong? That was my biggest political argument.
Sauron, political?
Lord of the Rings, it was huge. It split our family in two.
Now, this seems like you're deliberately obfuscating what's going on, and for that, I can't have you on here, Lo-Fi Girl. You're too big for this show.
What?
You're done.
Again.
You're getting dropped out of the discomfort zone.
No! Oh, I failed again.
You sure did. All right, well, the Lo-Fi Girl, she looked promising, but she just flubbed it big time there. That's such a shame. I thought Lo-Fi Girl would have had at least some sort of a semblance of political argument with Hi-Fi Dad. Maybe it could have been something going on there. Now, we do have a new caller. Tyler, by the way, what happened to, there was a caller who we had named Terrence. What happened to Terrence?
I mean, I guess he just terminated the call. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, maybe he got busy. Maybe, he's making tea or something that was ready. I don't know.
Well, I
guess we'll just never know.
Let's get Terrence back in here soon, because we do have enough time for probably 2 more calls before we have to move on to close
see if I can get all of
so
them.
we can get in time for WizWorld Live. Terrence is an idiot. That's what Fearsauce says. Fearsauce might know Terrence. We do have somebody here ready to go right now, so let's go ahead and talk to him. Caller, you are now on the air.
Hello. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you? What's your name?
They call me the Chess Devil.
The Chess Devil. Okay.
Yeah, chess is in the board game.
Okay. Hold on just a sec. I'm going to go ahead and put your name on screen here, Chess Devil. Now, please.
Sure.
Go ahead and tell me, what is the biggest mistake you made this week?
Well, I was telling your call screener, I was going to call you guys, and biggest mistake I was to ask my conservative father what he thought about the storm of the Capitol. But when I called you, the tummy started rumbling, and now I'm online with a Twitch show while I have very bad diarrhea.
Ooh.
So that would be my biggest mistake of the week.
Ooh! Twitch show while you're having diarrhea after the nerves of talking to your dad. I mean, I'll tell you what, Chess Devil, you just rocketed to the top of the scoreboard. I'm going to give you 500 points for that. If you're talking about with active diarrhea, you're not allowed to swim in a pool, but you are allowed to compete on the discomfort zone.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
So, you feel like you have enough hydration left in you right now to tell us about this political chat you had with your dad about the storming of the Capitol?
Sure. So you mentioned Nashville earlier. That's where we're from, and he moved to Florida. The first text I get at 7:00 in the morning on Christmas Day, this is older than a week, but was, "Do you think it was a false flag?" That just gives you the mindset of my father.
Oh boy. Oh God.
Yeah.
That was the first thing he said after you brought it up.
Yeah. No. I wake up to that text. I didn't even bring it up.
Say anything. Oh my God. Oh, that's super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So he calls me up as it's going down, and I'm sleeping because I work overnights. I get to call him back when I'm awake, and then once again he's asking me, "Did Antifa set this up?"
Oh no. Oh boy.
Yeah.
See, okay, I'll tell you what. This is the conversation that I'm worried about having to have with my own family because I haven't talked to them about it yet, and it's definitely gonna get brought up on our family FaceTime call on Sunday. And they watch enough Fox News and not enough of the good kind of news, which is literally everything else, to know that they debunked the Antifa thing. And oh boy, I mean, hopefully I don't have diarrhea after the fact while we're dealing with that. But god damn. So have you been able to like get through to him at all with any sort of sense?
I was raised a conspiracy kid. That's the biggest thing with my dad.
Oh boy, chest.
Yeah,
devil.
the New World Order. At 6, 7 years old, I was told about the New World Order.
Okay.
Not the wrestling.
Not the
by
wrestling.
way.
No, not. Was Hulk Hogan in that? Was he in the New World Order? Was he
Hulk Hogan was.
okay?
It was a
Yeah,
big deal when he
Hogan, of
joined.
course he was. He led it. The
Okay,
Wolfpack.
cool. I wasn't
Come on now.
100%
Scott
sure.
Nash. Oh yeah.
Okay. So the New World Order is one of your earliest conspiracy theories. Is there a conspiracy theory that you learned that you still believe? That you feel ashamed to admit that you believe?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this could put you in the winner's
okay.
circle.
Okay, I'm trying to think of the name. All right, so this is weird, but I don't believe that we originally landed on the moon at that time. I do since believe we have since then.
Okay.
What is the name of that radiation field?
I don't know anything about this. I don't know why you're asking me like.
So there's a radiation field at that time our technology could not shield us from.
Grendelson is in the chat. By the way, Grendelson yielded all his points
Yes.
to you in the Van Allen.
The Van Allen belt. The Van Allen
Allen.
belt. Yes. So the science. I was raised to believe that it was a political stunt, which I kind of believe, since we were in the Cold War. You know, with Russia, we had to beat them into space.
Okay.
I still kind of believe that, but I believe we've gone to space since then.
Okay.
And then the biggest question he keeps asking me, and what I did my whole life, and I kind of ask people, well, why haven't we been back to the moon?
We have.
What's on the moon that they don't want us
like
to
30
see? And why are we trying to stop China from getting to the moon?
Oh my god. This is fascinating. I didn't even know that. I mean, I've heard like variations on this, but this is the first time I've ever talked to somebody who is in this boat. Chess Devil, I would love to talk to you more about this, but we do have one final caller. We got Terrence back in here. You do so far have the lead. I'm going to give you an extra 400 points. You're going to go to a nice even 1,000 just for willing to bare your soul with us today. Grendelson,
Hey, no problem.
Grendelson yielded his points to you. Stay on the line, Chess Devil, just in case something changes. I'm going to pop you back in the queue. Grendelson, I'm going to drop you since you have so kindly removed yourself. And sorry, Scott Patrick, I'm going to drop you too because it looks like you're going to have to do some mighty catching up to get to Chess Devil, and we don't have the time for that this time. All right, we got one caller left. He's got a tall order. Scott, you are going to stay on the board here. Don't worry. You did do enough to make it to the high scoreboard for, however long this show continues on for. And Grendelson, you'll have your chance to come back soon. We finally got Terrence here, so let's go ahead and talk to Terrence. Terrence called back. Terrence, are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm a big fan of the show, sir.
Thank you. This is great news, especially considering this is our first ever call. A first ever show. This is our fifth call.
First time fan, first time caller.
First time fan, first time caller.
Yeah, exactly.
I want Well, let's go. You seem like you got a lot on your mind. You called in, you vanished, you called back. You clearly have something going on. Tell us your problems. Tell us the biggest mistake you made this week, Terrence.
Look, I really beefed it at work this week. You know, I was exhausted. I'm taking my morning dump, and I'm on my phone. I haven't had my coffee. I'm irritated, you know, and I doze off for, you know, like 2-3 hours, right? No biggie, happens to all of us. Well, I wake up, and I have 50 missed calls from my boss. You know, it's just a freaking nightmare. Everyone's trying to say, you know, I caused all this chaos just because I knocked out for 2 or 3 hours there.
Where do you work?
Oh, I deploy the National Guard.
Terrence. That's a pretty big mistake, Terrence. That's...
Well...
Whew. Oh, boy.
Look,
I mean, that's not quite as big as calling into a Twitch show while you have diarrhea, but that's going to give you at least a nice 400 points right off the gate.
Well, I'm going to need them because, frankly, I don't think I'll be employed ever again. I mean, I lost my gig at the FAA September 2001, had a big lapse in employment.
Wait, what were you doing at the FAA?
Oh,
what were you not doing?
It was my first day. I think it was September, I want to say 11th, and, you know, I don't know how to work the computers very well. I just start putting dots up there.
Okay.
And I'm guessing, you know, they're like little planes. I think it's cute. And I guess that just really, you know, hampered the rest of the day there.
Tell you what, Terrence, it sounds like you're really unqualified for that job. I don't know how you got that job in the first place. I'm going to give the FAA, actually, a big score for that. The FAA, for hiring you, they have earned at least 500 points. But I'll tell you what, Terrence, you are on the board. You're beating out our boy Scott Patrick. You're in striking distance of the chess devil. So I want to hear about what the biggest political argument you had with your family was.
Oh, that's easy. It was this Thanksgiving. You know, it's a really tough political time, but you know, we got into the typical argument.
Right.
Who's dicks bigger? You know, Nixon's or LBJ's?
Sorry, whose dick's bigger?
Yes, which president had the larger penis, LBJ or Richard Nixon?
Well, it's LBJ.
Classic.
That's obvious.
Fuck you! You never say that!
Are you kidding
me?
You
are a bigot for saying that.
LBJ had a rockin' hog, Terrence.
Your people
classic
should be killed. People who think like you should die.
All right, how big was Nixon's dick then, huh?
Nixon's dick was 4 miles long, and it was thicker than the Colorado River.
Now that just
everybody knows that.
That seems like a good conspiracy theory. That seems like a conspiracy theory that Chess Devil's dad would try and spin. This seems unconscionable. I mean, the whole chat's going against you right there, Terrence. Carrie the Self-Care Fairy says it's well documented. Ice Cream Cone says we all heard the call. LBJ called his dick Jumbo.
That is a bunch of fake news there. Everybody knows. Richard Nixon, okay, he had to burn the tapes because it was 18 minutes of him talking about the massive hog he's got in his pants. He couldn't let that be out to the public.
You know, I think you discomforted yourself. I need to think of a better cue phrase. You really goofed, Terrence. It is an accurate measure of Nixon's dick, according to Carrie the Self-Care Fairy, who I will say is a noted Nixon historian, but LBJ's is still bigger, my man. I'm sorry you can't see that. You are still going to get some points on the board. I'm going to put you even. I'm going to put you even with the FAA, just for making me think about anything other than LBJ's dick being the biggest presidential dick there was. Actually, wait. Here, I'm going to give you a redemption question real quick, Terrence.
Yeah.
Who has the biggest dick out of all the presidents in your research?
Well, I mean, I know the answer. I just don't want to say it.
Come on, we're buddies here.
Romney? He wasn't the president.
Yeah, I know. That's why I couldn't hear what you said. I thought you said Romney.
Well, I think it's Obama, right?
Well, do you know? Have you done research? I mean, you know, if you know Nixon's dick is at least as long and thick as the Colorado River. What's Obama's dick at? What's your measurement? Where would you pack that thing?
Oh, Obama's dick can reach all the way to China, which is exactly why, you know, we need a man like him back in the Oval Office. Know what I'm talking about?
Need a man with a big dick back in the Oval Office. You
Exactly.
know, I mean,
or a woman with a big dick.
That's true. We could get a woman with a big dick in the Oval Office.
Yeah. I'm not against that.
No one should be. You know what, Terrence? Yeah, I appreciate your thoughts here, but I'm going to give you a little bonus point. You are going to go ahead of the FAA, but you're not quite touching where our boy Chess Devil did. Chess Devil really just wanged it, and I do say that, pun intended. Oh, I was trying to put in your points there. I keep just being able to type the phone. Terrence, you get 600 points. You're no slouch. Feel free to call back in any time. But our big winner today is the Chess Devil. Thank you so much for calling in. Let's drop Terrence. And here's what we're going to have to do is, did we get Chess Devil's info, Tyler?
Chess Devil's info?
We got to mail him the prize.
Oh, right. Well, I can go back and put him on the line so I can screen him.
I'm going to put him on the line, and then you come back and talk to him and get all that sorted out.
Sounds good. I can do that.
Chess Devil, are you with us?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Congratulations, buddy. You just won a pair of sweet, sweet houndstooth pants.
Awesome. I wish I could see it right now.
I got them right here for you. And guess what? According to Carrie the Self-Care Fairy, you do really need those pants, which makes sense given your active diarrhea.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'm going to put myself on mute for 1 second so I can go to the computer.
Oh, boy. He's right there. He's right there in it. We have our big winner today. We have the Chess Devil as our winner. I'm going to go ahead and pop him back on the pop him in the queue so Tyler can talk to him.
Sounds good.
So, good news is that Chess Devil's going to walk out of here today and not have to go anywhere because I'm going to mail the pants to his house. But, God, what a wonderful... That's our time today, everybody. This is the first episode of the Discomfort Zone, and it was, tell you what, it went about as smoothly as I thought it might. And we're so happy to have you guys here chatting and calling in. Feel free to call back in anytime. We will be here every other Friday live, twitch.tv/Pack Theater, right here on Pack TV. Please, if you like the show, if you like what the Pack has to offer, you can donate on Venmo at Pack-Theater. Donate at Pack-Theater. Thank you, Grendelson. You know, Grendelson, you got some potential, and thank you, Scott, and thank you to the FAA, Terrence, LoFi Girl. I'm sorry that you were garbage this week, but maybe you come back another time. Stick around. The rest of the night has a lot of great programming. WizWorld Live is up next, and we've got some more great stuff coming down the pipeline soon. But we will be back with more Discomfort Zone in a couple weeks. Stay uncomfortable, folks.